he's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now. I think they have a chance to get even better. When you look at the schedule moving ahead, they're going to have to force-feed him the football. He's going to have to play big in those games if they're going to keep winning. So keep an eye on this guy as a Heisman favorite because he's got that kind of ability.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll toss it to the left. And they swarm him under.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Grab near the marker. It's Frazier. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for him.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. They'll run the toss. Got the 1st down and more. Speeding down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snatch it quickly on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And they get the 3rd down stop. What a play by this defense. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The offense will have to use its 1st time out of the half. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air. It's Stockton. Caught near the sticks. It's Branch. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll toss it to the left. Shakes off the defender. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's the problem when you get in 2nd and forever. The defense knows. They make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Back to throw, it's Bowling. Setting up the screen. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Wants to return it. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Lets it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 or the 11.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The offense changing the play. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia!
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To the air, it's Boley. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down to the 26.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
While the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
all you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Pulls and throws off the RPO.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
There he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky. A great catch and run for 6.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires to the middle. Connection to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find an
Makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Caught near the sticks, it's Frazier. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that are always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Buys a little extra time. Gets rid of it. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Frazier. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Got a little space. Got enough for the first down. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in, because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score, and score pretty dang quick.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. The throw. Makes the catch. It's Gilmore. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Looking to throw on third. That's caught. It's Rodriguez. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know, if you just put it anywhere near this guy with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. He did it right there.
Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's McGowan.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Caught in the backfield. It's long. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The field goal is no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they're still down by 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half.
Time to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
To the air on second down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
He'll throw on third down. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker. It's McGowan. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And there is no question they should just keep letting this guy throw the ball. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. They've only run 5 offensive plays, and he's already got him down here by the goal line. Let him keep chucking.
Quarterback keeper. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. There is just nowhere to run. 3 straight times and not one single inch forward on any of them. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. They're trailing by just 4 to Colorado State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Making side adjustments here. He breaks a tackle. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Rush is on him. Makes the grab. It's Frazier. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Grab behind the line. It's Young. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Here on 3rd down. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They built a cushion. They built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Wants to adjust the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a space. Punts it out of the air. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Got it in the middle, it's dealt. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Gorilla, cricket.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Dumps it to the back. Caught over the middle, it's Frazier. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point, the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
He'll set up to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolute